To start the dough, cut the butter and shortening into small cubes and transfer to the freezer for about 20 minutes to harden. Place the flours, sugar, salt, and baking powder into the bowl of a food processor and pulse to combine. Now whisk the egg yolk, vinegar, and water together. Add the ice cubes just before you're ready to make the dough and let it sit for a few minutes to get really cold. Once the butter and shortening are firm, add half to the flour mixture and pulse on and off for about 45 seconds. The mixture should look like this. The smaller pieces of butter and shortening will help bind the dough together. Now add the second half and pulse only 6 or 7 times. Don't overmix at this stage. These bigger pieces will give the crust its flakiness. Place this into a bowl and add about 3 tablespoons of the egg mixture and stir gently with a fork. This is a bit too dry, so the dough won't hold together. You don't want the dough to be too wet either, or it will be tough and less flaky, so now just add a tablespoon at a time until you reach this consistency. You will have liquid left over, as you will likely only have to add about 4 to 6 tablespoons to get the perfect consistency. Gather the dough and place onto the countertop. Shape into a round, wrap with plastic, and chill in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. To roll out the dough, flour the counter and dough. Gently roll and turn the dough as you go. I find this long spatula helps me move the dough around. Roll the dough out until it's about an inch or so larger than the pie plate. Fold the dough over the rolling pin and place over top. Then trim the edges if needed, leaving about an inch overhang. Fold the dough underneath, then crimp the sides, like this. Once done, poke holes in the bottom and sides, then chill in the freezer for at least 30 minutes. To bake the crust, preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Cut a round of parchment and place over the dough, and fill with beans or pie weight. Bake for about 35 minutes or until the crust starts to set around the edges. When the crust is set, like this, remove the beans and return to the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Once the crust is cooked through and slightly golden, remove from the oven and set aside while you make the filling. To make the filling, use a medium pot over low heat and add the pumpkin puree, condensed milk, cream, ground spices, salt, and fresh nutmeg. Whisk and bring to a gentle simmer. Then whisk the eggs and secure the bowl with a wet cloth. Now slowly pour in the pumpkin mixture to temper the eggs. Once everything is combined, pour the filling into the crust and bake for about 40 to 45 minutes. After about 35 minutes, check the pie. The center here is still a bit too jiggly. When done, the edge of the pie should look set, but the center should still have a bit of move to it. Remove from the oven and let cool completely. To make the whipped cream, it's best to have everything cold. So place the cream into a bowl along with your whisk and place into the refrigerator, if you haven't already. Whip the chilled cream just a bit before adding the maple syrup. Then continue to whisk until you reach soft peaks. Like this. Slice the pie and serve with a dollop of the maple whipped cream and enjoy.